And a guy that can do that is Noah Hartsock. His wife played on the BYU women's volleyball team and now joins us in the studio.
Well, thanks for having me.
Women's volleyball in the Final Four. That's a big deal, right?
That is a pretty big deal. It was the second time ever?
Second time ever.
Second time
That's
ever.
a pretty big deal.
Your wife, Kendallin, played libero. BYU's libero, going to join us a little bit later. But okay, next 8 days, there's some big BYU sporting events going on. That's our question today. You got the Miami Beach Bowl. You got 2 men's hoops games of importance. What's the biggest sporting event in the next 8 days for BYU, in your opinion?
Stanford.
That's
BYU
the right
Stanford.
That's the politics, man. That's a.
Hey, I just saying what's important. I guess for me.
Why is it
And
Stanford?
how my Christmas will be.
That's true. That's
right.
true. Why Stanford over, say, women's volleyball in the Final Four? No.
They're both great. Stanford's a big game for us. I mean, Final Four. I mean, that's hard to beat. I mean, one of the last 4 teams in.
What would your wife say about that? About your answer?
Toss up. either or.
How tall is your wife, by the way?
She's only 5'6".
She was a libero.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
libero.
okay. Yeah,
Libero.
yes,
Libero.
yes,
They
yes.
passed.
Crazy.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking. When you said volleyball, I was thinking. Like 5'11", 6 foot. You guys are gonna have just monster babies, and be able to get scholarships left and right.
Well, that's my brother. I mean, he's 6'10". His wife's 6'5". She played volleyball here.
Oh, okay.
So I've already started recruiting their kids.
Yeah. See,
Trying to get them here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
nice.
We got to ask you. You're part of the coaching staff there as a grad assistant. What's Tyler Hawes' ankle looking like? What's the status there?
He's going to get reevaluated. He did suffer an ankle sprain, so we're just kind of seeing and waiting what's going to happen. Hopefully he can go, but I mean, just waiting and seeing.
How did it look after the game?
He was just doing what he had to, taping it up, doing the rices, I guess, whatever it was, rest, ice, compression, elevation, something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Rest, ice, elevation.
So he's just taking care of it. I mean, and we'll have our trainers look at it and see where he goes from there.
Where does it, I guess, got really swollen after the game? So he hasn't had an MRI yet. He will? Is that the case?
I think, he's getting taken care of, getting
Today?
looked at, yeah.
Okay.
So we should find out here soon.
Okay. And that's a big deal. That really affects, like not having Nate Austin against Utah, that would certainly change the game plan for the coaching staff. Right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, Tyler, I mean, he's just an impeccable athlete. I mean, he does a lot for us. And, we just got to hopefully he plays. If not, guys will step up and contribute.
Yeah, so how does that look from a coaching standpoint, not having, Nate in there, not having Tyler in there?
Possibly.
Possibly not having Tyler in there. What does that do for you guys in your preparation?
Well, I think our guys, and I think coaches do a great job of just having everyone prepared. They're running the same stuff in practice, and I think when they step in there, they know what's expected of them, and everyone plays minutes, and everyone's gonna have to contribute, and they're just gonna have to keep playing.
Let's talk about you for a moment, Noah.
Oh boy,
Hartsock. How many times do you get called Noah Hartsock on a daily basis?
Probably either 7 or 8 times at least.
That's amazing.
It is. Even still at practice. Some
Really?
of the guys like, is that Hartsock? Oh, like Chase Fisher.
Does he do it on purpose?
Oh, he does.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Let's rewind back to Weber State in a moment, but tell everyone what you're doing on the coaching staff.
So, I help a lot. I coordinate our video exchange, break down a lot of the film for the coaches so they can have that ready. And then just, helps with the bigs and just, whatever the coaches need, either projects or maybe, one-on-one instruction with guys. That's a lot of it. A lot of it's just, just watching, observing, and get as much as I can.
So with football, I wanted to be a GA, and I kind of saw the
grad assistant.
Grad assistant. I saw kind of the ends of it, and I didn't really like it too much. I think BYU treats their GAs pretty good, but football, it was kind of crazy and all over the place. Do you get treated well on the as staff?
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome.
Do they make you do
if it's no, he's not going to say no.
What I meant by that is, I don't want to say like, oh, you're horrible, and they verbally are saying bad things. What I mean by that is, I know some GAs have to do like the grunt work, like go wash my car, or go give me a sandwich.
Go wash your car.
Go give me a sandwich. I just heard these stories. I just heard stories like this. Go get my sandwich.
I don't know if I washed any cars, but yeah, I mean, it's I go pick up food sometimes for our guys and do that.
Team ball.
It's different though when you get to buy something for yourself, right? You get to say, hey, I'm gonna use this card that you given me.
Never. I got to get the itemized receipt, so I got to be careful.
Is this a new thing BYU's doing, having a grad assistant on the bench? I don't think BYU's really done this.
Yeah, they haven't had it in the
right?
past, and it's just been a good opportunity because I've always wanted to be involved in coaching. I love it so much, and this is just a great opportunity to come back here and help, and it's been a real, I guess, blessing for me just learn it from some great guys.
Yeah, how has your perspective of the game changed from being a player to now being a coach?
I felt as a player I could control it a lot more just being out there, but right now it's just helping these guys, getting prepared, and it's just, you want to go out there and do it for them, and that's one thing I learned. So you got to trust these guys and do as much as you can to help them get prepared. And
that trust may be even bigger if Tyler Haws can't go this week. We'll still need to wait to hear about that. Noah Hartsock's in studio on BYU Sports Nation. We should acknowledge your shirt. You wore an intramural championship shirt here.
I did
today. From what sport and when?
It's co-ed basketball.
Co-ed basketball.
Okay.
We
can't block the girls.
Yep.
Can't get in the pit. There's some rules there.
You can't do that. I probably averaged about 6 points a game.
That's it.
But they were effective. And I probably worn this for a week straight now.
Really?
Nice.
That's what you do around campus.
That's right.
You win it, you just wear it.
You can wash it and then wear it after that again. You don't have to wear it strght, right?
Nah.
No.
It'll lose its allure and
lose the mojo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it kind of fades out a little bit.
little bit.
You don't get that really shine. You want to keep it on.
See but your post BYU careers, you're not playing against guys like me, by the way.
Yeah. There's some good. There's some good
There
people.
should be
We're in
rules
the
like
same-
former athletes shouldn't be able to play. That's kind of cheating.
No, that's the fun part. We had Preston Hadley on our intramural flag football team. I loved that.
cheating. That is cheating,
good.
man.
Unfair.
Let's go back to Weber State. That's a nice win, a 16-point win on the road. You do have Tyler spraining his ankle at the end, so it kind of sours the mood a little bit. But that was a good team game, especially when Isaac Nielsen is making 4 of 5 threes. That was great.
It was really good. I thought a lot of guys. Because Nate wasn't there, and we had a lot of guys step up. It wasn't I'd say our prettiest game, but I think we needed that where guys were competing, guys were playing, urgently on defense. Weber State, they're 60-6 in the last 66 home games, and it's impressive when we go in there and kind of, put it on them and a good effort. Only allow them to score 60 points. That was a really good effort from our guys.
And Chase Fisher goes 4 of 7 from 3. We've seen kind of Jekyll and Hyde from Chase. How is the coaching staff trying to get as much consistency as possible out of Chase?
He's just a competitor, and he works every day after practice just on shooting and making shots, and sometimes you just got to keep his head up. Sometimes he doesn't have the best of games, but he's always ready to rebound and come back from that, and hopefully if he can play at a consistent pace, he can really, really help our teams.
A guy that could use some consistency is Corbin Kafusi, but at first he needs to just figure out the details
He's
of
still
the
learning
game.
the game.
Yeah.
He didn't even play a senior of high
Still
school.
learning, very, very raw. How has working with him and the progress these past few weeks helped him out, you think?
The good thing about him, he's just an athlete. That guy he can run, he's strong, he can jump. And that's really good for him. It's really new to him. Being hurt in high school, then coming here is just working with raw talent. You got to tell him slow down. the game is fast for him right now. I really think, and he's done a good job of just slowing down, getting catches, and I think just every game and every practice, every rep he gets, he's just going to get better and better.
Do you think it's better for him to get actual game reps at this time, or will it be better to give him practice reps?
Game reps are really important. Going out there, especially right now, because we need them.
Yeah.
And just getting a feel for the game and the pace of the game. And the more he gets that, the better it's going to be for us, come February and March.
Can BYU thrive without a low post scorer this season?
We seem to be doing all right now. We got guys.
I mean, in the games like San Diego State and Utah, right?
That's something that I don't know if we need him to score, just be good facilitators down there. Being able to catch the ball and maybe take a dribble and then kick it out or wait for cutters. If they can do that, it could really, really help us. I thought, Nate does a great job just catching down there, being patient. And, Luke, he's coming along really well. Yep. And, if Corbin can do that and Isaac, they could be really, really good facilitators for our offense. Is
the Stanford game bigger because you're trying to get a couple notable NCAA tournament resume kind of wins?
I think it's good. It's a good Pac-12 team coming in our environment. Last year's game, it was a great high-scoring game. And,
it was so fun.
And I think it helped us. They went Sweet 16 last year, good run. And I think our guys will be really excited for it. Get done with finals and have a big team come in here and play.
Absolutely. And this was supposed to be the Jamal Ates first game. Unfortunately, he's hurt. And he was going to be that low post scorer. It's funny how the season turns out to be that way. Stupid injuries with football and basketball.
Right.
I'm telling
Crazy.
You.
Can't
Nate
get right.
Austin, Jamal Ates, now Tyler Haws. We'll see if he's out. We do this every show before and after games. It's time to update Chasing Jimmer.
On his way to making BYU basketball history, Tyler Haws is Chasing Jimmer on BYU Sports Nation.
394. That's what he
I was
needs.
playing the drums right there.
That's what he needs to pass. Tyler Haws needs 394 points to pass Jimmer Fredette. You played with both.
Yeah.
Both those dudes. Crazy that Tyler's actually going to, at some point, barring injury,
Nah.
pass Jimmer Fredette later this season, right? In points.
You know what that makes me?
Isn't that what? That's crazy.
Makes me the best teammate ever. I'm the best passing
One of
forward.
one of the best things ever. I asked you after the New Mexico game where Jimmer had 52. I said, "What will you remember from tonight?" And you said that Jimmer Fredette and I combined for 59 points.
That's right.
It was in Vegas. It was one of my favorite moments of all time.
Nice.
Well, Noah, keep up the good work. Your suits look nice. The clipboard looks great.
Hey, appreciate it.
We look forward to seeing you Saturday against him.
All right, we'll see you then.